Hey everybody, it's Ruan here from Crown of Elegance. Thank you for joining me and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make some table centerpieces by constructing boxes as your base. Now you could do this video using any old Pringles can or upscale any gift box that you have, or you can also use glass, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to start something from scratch, so I'm going to show you guys how to make the gift boxes from scratch and then use these gift boxes to do your centerpieces. So if you're interested in seeing what I do, please stay tuned. For the list of items that I use for this project, please see the description box below. And if you guys have not seen my other videos as yet, feel free to check them out. Alright, so let's get started. To build our box, we need 2 sheets of cardstock. In this case, I'm using 80-pound cover cardstock from Classic Crest Super Smooth Solar White cover cardstock. I got this from Amazon, but I do believe that you can get it from any craft store in your local area. Now you can also use 110-pound cover or 65-pound cover to do this project, but you have to reinforce it to ensure that it's sturdy. I'm also going to be reinforcing my box as well so that it'll be a little sturdy to hold up our centerpiece. And in this case, I am also using a sheet of red glitter cardstock, and I got this from the Martha Stewart Crafts Designer Paper Pad Collection. This I also purchased from Amazon, so you can feel free to decorate it with whatever paper you want, but in this case I'm using this red glitter cardstock. We also need, for the external part of this project, silver bling mesh. So you'll see what we do when we come to that point. So let's get started building our box. Taking one sheet of our cardstock paper, the first thing that we are going to do is score on the 11-inch side. We are going to make our first score at 3 inches. Then we are going to make another score at 8 inches. Rotate your paper to the 8.5-inch side, and we are going to make a score at 3 inches, and we are also going to score at 7 inches. One thing to note, this small score here where we have scored for our 7-inch area, this is the reinforcement for the top of our box. So our box is going to look like this. This would be the top area, and this area that we scored here would be our base of our box. So we now repeat this for the second sheet of cardstock. Okay, so I have scored both sheets of my cardstock. So let's go ahead and burnish that. So now that we have burnished our both sheets of cardstock, we're just going to go ahead. This is, remember I mentioned that this is the top part. This will be the top part of your box. We're just going to add some adhesive to this edge. You can use wet adhesive or score tape. I'm going to use my ATG gun. Apply some adhesive to this point, and we will also apply some adhesive to this second point. And then we will stick it down to form the top like this. So I have applied my adhesive to the top of the cardstock for both of them. So now what we want to do for the base of our box, where we have made our score lines, we are going to cut up this score line to meet at the point of this intersection, and we are going to repeat for this side as well, cutting up the score line, and as well we would be making a small notch to help our box to fold smoothly. We will do this for both sides of our cardstock. Taking the two sides of our cardstock, so we should look like this thus far. So taking the two sides of our cardstock, we are going to position one of the sides over the other like so, and we are also going to position the other side like this so that we can create our box. So I'm just going to apply some adhesive to this side and some adhesive to this side and stick them together, and that will give us the sides of our box thus far. Our box should look like this thus far, so it can stand on its own. All right, so what we want to do right now, so this is the base of our box, so we're going to flip this and we want to close in our box like this. Right, so we're going to apply some adhesive to each of the flaps on the inside and seal those down. And this is what your box should look like from top view, if you can see that clearly. Right, so we're just going to do that, and then I'll be right back to show you guys what it looks like. All right, so this is how our box should look thus far. Now, if you guys are comfortable, you can go ahead and cut another piece and attach it to this base to give it a little more stability. But I think that I have enough padding for my box. So we move on to the next step, and that's covering the outside of the boxes. Okay, so the length of our box measures 5 inches by 4 inches. And as such, I have cut 2 pieces of glitter cardstock to cover both sides, and each of these pieces measure 4 3/4 of an inch by 3 3/4 of an inch. Now the width of our box measures 4 inches by 3 inches, and I have cut 2 smaller pieces, and these measure 3 3/4 of an inch by 2 3/4 of an inch. We are now going to attach each piece to the sides of the box like this. So I'm just going to do that, and then I will show you what it looks like. finish off the outside of the box, I have cut a piece of silver bling mesh. So I'm just going to position it around the box like this and just decide how I'm going to end off my decor for the box. So I'm just going to do that, and I will set it to a little bit of music and be right back to show you guys how it looks. Right, to end off my box decor, I will be using these flatback pearl flowers from Wild Orchid Crafts, and I'm just going to position 2 of them like this here and attach them to complete my box. And that's it, guys. My box is now ready for being a base of our DIY centerpiece. So feel free to give this one a try. Super, super easy. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching.